The technical issues during Jungkook's performance, Jungkook confessed he feels a lot of pressure. It's been announced that Suga will enlist in the military in a few days. RM was injured. Suga said goodbye to fans and revealed his new haircut and what Suga hates about K-pop. The technical issues during Jungkook's performance. In a recent discussion with Vogue Korea, BTS's Jungkook shared some of his recent highs and lows. In the dialogue, when asked about the significant events of this summer, Jungkook recounted the massive positive response to his new single 7 as a highlight. However, he felt he could have performed better during his appearance at one of Suga's solo concert events as part of Suga's tour. Jungkook humorously admitted that he believes he could have improved upon his performance, simultaneously expressing his happiness over the successful reception of 7 and conveying his affection towards ARMYs. In a subsequent live broadcast, Jungkook shared that he faced technical issues during his performance, which went unnoticed by the audience. He described the challenge of singing without being able to hear the music properly, as he had removed his in-ear monitor, which led to difficulties in maintaining the pitch. Despite the unexpected hiccup, he continued to perform, relying solely on the drum beats to guide him. The experience felt extremely raw and unplanned to him as he navigated through the chaos to complete his performance. Towards the end, he contemplated whether to revisit the performance to pinpoint the discrepancies. Jungkook confessed he feels a lot of pressure. In the conversation with Vogue Korea, Jungkook opened up about the primary source of his motivation currently. During the course of the conversation, Jungkook frequently referred to BTS's fans, showcasing his deep appreciation for them. This sentiment became particularly evident when the topic of conversation shifted towards how Jungkook's attitude towards the affection he receives from others has transformed over time. When probed about how this change has affected him both personally and artistically, he shared that he has adopted a more open stance towards everyone and everything surrounding him, attributing a significant part of his gratitude to ARMYs. Towards the end of the discussion, Jungkook was queried about what keeps him going in achieving his personal ambitions amidst the immense public focus and analysis. Without any delay, he acknowledged that ARMY was a significant motivator. He further elaborated that all his efforts are directed towards making them feel valued and proud. He acknowledged the experience of pressure, but emphasized the necessity to remain authentic and true to himself amidst it. Earlier in the interview, when discussing his future plans post the promotions for 7, he once again brought the focus on ARMYs, expressing a keen desire to reunite with them on various stages. During a recent conversation with Chicago's Kiss FM radio station, Jungkook divulged details about his solo debut, his favorite food, and the profound bond he shares with his fans. Jungkook also spoke about the collective essence of the group that he missed while he was busy with his solo venture. He conveyed that during the preparations for his solo debut, he found himself longing for the casual and shared moments with the entire group. He pinpointed to the informal moments they had together in the waiting rooms, even though they mostly engaged in separate activities during those times. After having a solo performance experience at Suga's concert, he expressed a deep-seated wish to reunite with all the members on stage and recapture the friendship in the waiting rooms. Jungkook emphasized his eagerness to relive those simple yet precious moments with the group at the earliest opportunity. It's been announced that Suga will enlist in the military in a few days. BTS's Suga is scheduled to commence his military service on September the 22nd, as officially announced. The news was relayed to the public through a statement on BTS's official WeWorks page issued by Big Hit Music, which detailed Suga's impending enlistment. In the announcement, Big Hit Music informed fans that Suga is set to start his mandatory military service on the mentioned date. They noted that there will be no formal events organized either on the day he initiates his service or upon his entry into the training facility. They earnestly requested fans to avoid visiting Suga at his service location during his tenure and encouraged them to extend their good wishes and support silently from their hearts. Moreover, the company cautioned fans to stay vigilant against unauthorized stores or merchandise that might exploit the artist's intellectual property illicitly, assuring them that it will take the necessary step against any unauthorized commercial undertakings involving the artist's intellectual property. Big Hit Music appealed to the fans to stand by Suga with love and support till he completes his service, and promised to back him fully during this phase. They concluded by thanking fans and noting that Suga will be the third member from BTS to fulfill his military duty, following Jin and J-Hope. RM was injured. On September the 14th, RM conducted the delayed birthday livestream on WeWorks where he engaged in a conversation with his fans. During this interaction, he disclosed that he had sustained a significant injury recently. Previously, RM had acknowledged being accident-prone, a trait which has often resulted in comical incidents caught on camera, further endearing him to fans. Unfortunately, this tendency has recently led to a more serious mishap. During this live session, RM indicated that he was experiencing a limp due to a foot injury. This accident occurred during workout session, where he inadvertently dropped a 5 kg weight onto his foot. He noted that the impact was directly on his joint and anticipated bruising. Despite the severity of the injury, RM seemed rather unperturbed, suggesting that such incidents have been a part of his daily life for the past 30 years. Although RM seemed accustomed to such injuries, Armis expressed noticeable worry over his condition. Judging from his account of the incident, it seemed to be a significant injury, and fans are hopeful for a swift and painless recovery. Suga said goodbye to fans and revealed his new haircut. Suga recently interacted with fans to say goodbye before his upcoming military enlistment. The official announcement of his enlistment on September the 22nd was made on words by his label. Many fans expressed both sorrow and respect on an online platform as they observed Suga sharing heartfelt messages and showcasing his new haircut during a rewards livestream where he informally discussed recent events in his life. He mentioned that he had gotten a haircut and that it had been approximately 40 days since his last appearance on the platform. He acknowledged gaining some weight during this period and clarified that, although he had time to eat well, he wasn't exactly resting, as he was involved in a few photo shoots. He shared his unfamiliarity with his new haircut since it had been a while since fans saw him with shorter hair. Furthermore, he shared that he had been sick for a while post-concerts and chose to spend most of his time with his family to avoid drawing attention away from this album release, choosing instead to quietly spend time with other BTS members. He remarked on how quickly a month had passed, during which he had not engaged in many activities. In addition, he noted with a touch of melancholy that he wouldn't be able to film Suchwita as usual, but assured fans that several episodes had been recorded in advance for them to enjoy. In conclusion, he encouraged fans not to worry and anticipated meeting them again in 2025. The temporary farewell prompted online users to share their appreciation and express concern for Suga. What Suga hates about K-pop. Suga has gained recognition for his frank opinions on a variety of subjects, including the music industry and the life of idols. His candid approach has earned him a great deal of respect from fans. In a dialogue with Weverse magazine, he once opened up about the challenges faced in the promotional phases that artists undergo, particularly during appearances on music shows and programs. When queried about his perspective on the promotional endeavors of newer artists, the interviewer pointed out Suga's significant accomplishments in the music industry and asked about the essential elements in promotional efforts for those following in BTS's footsteps. Suga conveyed that the promotional routine for artists is indeed strenuous. He noted that as soon as these artists begin their promotional campaigns, they are expected to feature in daily music shows, a process that is both exhausting and often results in accumulative and potential injuries. Furthermore, despite their active schedules, they usually do not receive financial compensation for these appearances, which can lead to a lack of tangible rewards and ensuing demoralization. Suga expressed a wish for them to have the opportunity to focus on perfecting a single performance stage, although he acknowledged the difficulties in realizing this given the current scenario. He also emphasized that the profession has unique challenges and the legal safeguards in place are somewhat unclear. He advocated for further development in the industry's operational system. It is well documented that the music show promotional framework in South Korea is demanding. Artists often start their day at the crack of dawn, spending hours in hair and makeup sessions, followed by all-day rehearsals. Despite the grueling schedule, these appearances are not monetarily compensated as they offer a vital performance for many artists, especially newcomers, to establish a presence in the public eye.